you. Thank you for coming today. Do anything interesting? Okay. The 2020. Yeah, go ahead.
My takeaway is that the system works. We live in a democracy that Americans made, but I feel very, and I've been through this before with Nixon.
Echoing the sentiment, Joy, the people didn't. And you talk Coach Haynes. Listen, is it the outcome I wanted? No, but we live in a democracy. I have my vote. Listen to each other, to hear each other.
But the whole map was red.
Yeah.
It was pretty red last night.
I don't know. I'm profoundly disturbed. I think if you look at the New York Times, I care. I worry about my children's future.
For anyone.
Yeah, economists have made clear that Musk warning Americans to prepare for
You know, I think it has to do with a lot of things, that being one of them.
Well, you look. We said to people, but I did not.
Yeah, I did.
Because she did this in 2 months.
She left it all on the field.
You know,
Yes, she
look,
did.
she, you know, and I'm still not going to say his name. That's the thing that I wanted to finish up with is it's hard right with that. What I'm not, so that's why everything to listen. We're still here. People, when I got out of the car today, because nobody kids, I saw people walking around, looking, you know, drinking the coffee stuff from Starbucks. Yeah. That's what we have to do. And when things get to be so bright that we see them, we got to call them out.
Yes.
You have to call them out.
And no one's going to be storming the Capitol.
Yes, yes,
You know what gets me? The exit polls dictate on day one, and they also said that leave him.
But I think
No,
that
it's
means,
a
I think it
Rorschach
means
test.
different
What is
things.
it?
I think democracy means different things.
Frankly. So I can only conclude.
Say the
he's
name
got
and then
credits.
say Washington Bureau Chief. Rick Klein. So, Rick. Yes.
Again.
You were right.
Again.
Yeah.
Yes. But these last...
At the end of a campaign, I'm sick of polls too, and that's my job, right? You get overload. And look, sitting there, I'm on ABC, working our boards, working. I'm still up, actually.
So were you, Alyssa.
And I'm seeing it took forever, and you realize actually the country has been very important because you have to learn from these things.
I know it's early to be doing this, and there's a lot more detail that's going to come out in the next few days. But can we flesh out
What it usually is, right? It's about 20.
Why?
Because I think the conventional wisdom for a long time has been that
It's
you
not a
can't speak
monolith
book.
like that. I mean, there's progressives or socially conservatives. There's everything.
Because you realize actually Latino things are more expensive. I don't like that President Harris, she was stuck with, again in our exit polls, 3/4 of the country.
I want to dig further into the demographics because black women tried to save this country. Again, last night, 92% of black women voted for, was not the story. We're not the story here because they voted going to deport the majority of his community.
White women like being called uneducated white women. I think, but when you put people in these boxes, I think that's a
Have to look at the demographics of it.
And it's interesting, the electorate overall, vote because they like the color of someone's. What's the economic situation in the country? You would have said there's no way the incumbent party can win, that Donald Trump can win.
Right.
But people make these judgments and they make them in complex ways. And sometimes.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about the gender gap, but you kind of alluded to that. So one other question that pops to mind is independents accounted for a lot.
Moderates, or maybe they've joined a third party right there. And guess what? We saw how North Carolina broke, just like all the other battlegrounds.
We'll keep you.
So we're going to be back. We are back with Rick Klein.
That allows it, you're fine. If you're not, then you're screwed.
That's what it would seem to me.
Condoms, though.
Yeah, and I
7
think,
out of 10 states.
Yeah, and even in Florida, it would have passed. If not, it's still, public opinion hasn't changed on it. It's just that people gotten used to it.
Yeah, Florida has a 60% threshold, and it got to
Makes it
57%.
possible. Yes. Maybe not as high as 2020, but very high. You didn't see the Democrats trying. You didn't see them really trying to feel never stop.
I wasn't paying it first for.
I think that become or not, he's there, and he understands the kind of interviews you do. It became an event when Trump showed up there and make that noise and that disruption. And
that's what I'm saying. Everybody covered it.
Yeah.
And
Well, used to call in on every show.
You sure?
Every time the phone would.
Actually, I want to correct something that I asked you before. I said uneducated.
But look, whether they court that handed down an immunity decision and cabinet secretaries, and he's got a team around him, I don't think his second term is in policy proposals, and that they think they have ideas around this, and they're not going to have any left in the Senate. There's no Liz Cheney left in the House.
Yeah.
To me, just as interesting, 54 senators or Republican senators or something is.
We will be watching.
yes. we won't have a choice. It'll be everywhere. Welcome back. Should you? I mean,
She could have done more. I think she left it all out on the field, and we must vote again in the midterms.
You know,
Change this country.
they have never seen anybody that looks like me. He decided to run a campaign of optimism.
As a critique of Kamala Harris, I think it's the Democratic Party and I think there are some real lessons. We've got to listen because we commend her for that because I think this is
And we still voted for the party that was looking out for.
well, it resonated because, A, when you see... Welcome back, Sarah. You had a point.
We were talking a little bit about a lot of ways, and she over-delivered. Crime's up. Well, no, the numbers show it's down, so it's not there. You say,
Past becomes prologue.
Yeah.
But he's a complete...
The hook, please.
I don't understand.
And Newsmax and all the fake we need to do. And it's not to abolish the Department of Education as a former country.
Yes.
Teach children tolerance. Teach
But with Elon Musk now in
them.
the administration, I want to.
Bravo,
Apparently, Joy and Soul, and there's support animals. Okay. No, okay. Well, we want your hands. We'll see you tomorrow.